Today on 3D Outdoors, we're going to be taking care of some of our harvest from our garden this year, right after this. All right, a successful year I would call it in the garden, even though we have a lot of work to do out there. Once we get some more raised beds put in place, we'll probably roll in a video, some progress and some growth of the garden. I know I didn't do a lot of updates this year because this year was a big learning year for us. But we did do really well with the tomatoes. Got a whole tray of tomatoes cut up here ready to go. Have 2 trays of salsa, if I can pick this up without spilling all over the place. 2 great big trays of salsa. I absolutely love salsa. Looking forward to having some freeze-dried salsa. Since you can't freeze dry pickles, and if you've watched the original video on this about the bread run, you'll know why. Pickles have vinegar in them, and vinegar will damage your vacuum pump, so you shouldn't run pickles. But love cucumbers, so I have some Bearded Butcher's ranch seasoning spread on top of these cucumber slices, and I'm going to make some cucumber chips out of them. See how those turn out. And then for a snack, and I've heard this is really good, I haven't tried it yet, but here's some fresh sweet corn. I didn't even cook it. You can eat sweet corn raw. I'm going to freeze dry that and give that a try as well. So we're going to get these loaded up into the machine here, and we'll be back with you once the process is completed. All right, our garden produce is done. Let's get it out and see how it turned out. First tray here we got is the corn. That looks really good. Nicely dried out. Tastes really good too. So freeze-dried corn is excellent, and I bet that'll reconstitute really nicely. We have the tomatoes. Wow, they're super light after you take all that moisture out. Oh yeah, and just crumbles. Oh wow. That just concentrates that flavor. I bet if you ground that up, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grind these up into a powder so I can put them in soups and stews and chilies and stuff. That'll be awesome. Let's check out our salsa. Oh yeah. It's like a sheet of salsa. Amazing. And you'll probably notice, hey, you'd say, 3D, you put 5 trays in and you're taking 4 out. You got 2 salsas, tomatoes, and corn. Where did the cucumber slices go? Let me tell you, little tip for you. When I got them all put in there, Dale looked at me and said, hey, does that ranch have any vinegar in it? And as you may or may not know, you shouldn't run vinegar through your unit, like dill pickles or anything like that, anything that has vinegar in it, because it will react badly with the oil in your compressor and could cause damage to your system. I said, well, I don't know if it has vinegar in it or not. I never knew ranch did. We grabbed the bag, and this is the Bearded Butcher's brand of ranch that I just got, the powdered stuff, and sure enough, it did have vinegar in it. So I hurried up, pulled those out, and just ate them. They were really good. But there are other ranches on the market. Dale was checking a different one that he had at his house that didn't have vinegar in it. So if you're going to try to season your cucumber slices before freeze drying them, a little tip, make sure you don't get anything with vinegar on them to season them, because once it starts pulling that moisture out, it's going to turn back into a liquid vinegar, and then it's going to pull it through your pump and cause damage, or could cause damage. So a little tip for you there. All right, let's try some of this freeze-dried salsa. Oh yeah, that is absolutely delicious. Very, very good. Would highly recommend it. The freeze drying just really makes all the flavors pop. I found that in just about everything that I freeze dried, that the flavor just comes out at you. The tomato did, the salsa does, everything. So a successful harvest in the garden, successfully freeze dried. Be packaging this up and I'll be doing it again. So there you go, some garden harvest in the Harvestright Freeze Dryer, and we'll be bagging it up in our Wallaby bags. This is Dan with 3D Outdoors, reminding you to get into the outdoors and enjoy everything it has to offer. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and you can always follow us over at 3d-outdoors.com, which is our website where we pull everything together. See you next time.